Hi, my name is Ryan Suave. I work as an international coach, trainer, and consultant. I've worked with thousands of people around the world to support them in achieving maximum results and breaking through anything that stops them. I've spent the last decade of my life working with groups large and small all over the world, and I'm here today to support you in leading the life that you truly want to live with the freedom to risk and be the person that you desire to be.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Grace. I'm a published Hay House author, international speaker, and mindset coach for female entrepreneurs. For the last decade, I've been helping women really get unstuck with powerful mindfulness tools and processes from the course that I teach from Stanford University. I am so excited to share many of these tools with you here in our course. My mission is to really help women step into their most powerful, graceful selves so that they are not overwhelmed, overstressed, and overburdened, so that they can move through life with a lot more ease and grace, finding their purpose and passion and sharing their gifts with their world, as well as being present in their homes with their families. I am so excited to share these powerful tools with you today.
We have developed a series of courses that support you in understanding who you truly are and what drives you automatically and unconsciously, creating reactive patterns that might hold you back, keep you stuck, or just stop you from taking that next chance in life that takes you to the next level. We're here to support you in breaking through whatever's driving you, whatever's holding you back, so that you can go for maximum results and an extraordinary life of your design. We look forward to working with you.
The series of courses that we have designed for you are to create such impact so that you have a new level of self-awareness, so that you have the ability to shift your perspective, and so that you have powerful tools and processes when you get stuck in business or in life to really step into your highest, most fully expressed, authentic self. We've put together practical tools and processes, different ways of being in the world, and instead of always focusing what you're doing, focusing instead on who you are being. These courses are designed to be simple, easy to follow and use, with practical tools that you will have for the rest of your life. We are so excited to share all of these powerful processes with you.
Action!
In this first course, we're going to support you in really understanding who you are, what drives you, and give you the tools to break through and create the results that you want. In each module, we'll be giving you some theory, which is teaching, and some practical tools for you to be using in your daily life. Today, I'm going to talk about cultivating awareness and why it's important. It's important for us to be able to understand who we are and what drives us so that we can make decisions that help move us forward. Otherwise, we may keep making decisions, oftentimes that we're unaware of, that keep us in the same kind of groove, pattern, and sometimes even a rut. So first, we want to understand how we react to life. We each have a certain type of programming that's developed through our history and creates perceptions. Every experience that we meet is filtered through our brain and our perception, which is programmed by our history. And each one of us has a different history. Our brain is like a computer that is pre-programmed by our historical experiences and creates our interpretations. And everyone has a different one. So there's not one specific model that works for every single person, but we can put it in a framework that helps you understand and find out what is the programming that drives you. When we experience events in life, let's say an event that might be something that we don't like, that brings up some negative feelings or a reaction that we're not happy with. When we experience that event, the event itself is neutral. The event itself doesn't have meaning. We bring the meaning to it. Now, we're not going to teach you in this course to stop bringing meaning to things, because meaning is important. It's what makes us human. It's what allows us to experience life and experience love and experience joy. But there's also meaning that we bring that has us experience the parts of life that sometimes are more challenging. And that's okay too. What we want you to have is an understanding of what you're going through and what you're experiencing, so that you can make choices that are based on where you want to go, not where you came from. So when we experience life, each individual, we experience an event, like I said, that is neutral. The first thing that we do is we go into our interpretation of that, our belief of what's occurring, our belief about what that means about us, the world, and maybe even our place in it. That belief comes from our history, how we were shaped from little boys and girls growing up into adults, and the experience we have had filter what we're currently experiencing and bring those beliefs from our history. So when an event occurs, especially one that maybe drives a negative feeling or a negative reaction, we're not actually in the present. We're experiencing something from the past. And then we go into an automatic reaction or a reactive pattern that, maybe we were programmed to get out of that kind of experience. Like if I'm sad and I don't want to feel sad, how did I get out of it? Or if I'm angry and I don't want to feel angry, how do I get out of it? And that cycle will continue. Events happening, our perceptions taking over, which come from our history, and then that drives our automatic reactions, our reactive patterns, and then we're living life unconsciously. Cultivating awareness is the first step in getting out of this cycle so that we can move into a mindset that is about growth, authorship, and creativity. We're going to go there in this course. But first, that first step is cultivating the awareness, to know who we truly are, so that we can then move into an honest attempt to be what we can really be in the world. So there are different types of practices and tools we can use to cultivate awareness, so that I can realize what I'm bringing to a situation. Not to blame myself for what's happening, but to really understand what's driving me such that I'm having this reaction. We're going to talk about how you can recognize when it's happening, what you can do to stop and be able to really get a good look at what's going on, so that you can then take action out of choice of where you want to go. You can risk taking a different decision or a different choice pattern than you might in reactivity, and move toward that life, as I said, about creativity, authorship, moving forward and creating breakthrough. So this is why it's important to create awareness. If we're not aware of something, we can't do anything about it. And it takes time to learn the practices to be able to do that. But we're going to give you some that you can start using right away to have an understanding of who you are in the world and what is the history that's driving you. And then we'll be able to move to where you can go next. We look forward to having you on this ride with us.
Action.
So in order to cultivate awareness, to really be able to step outside yourself, to see what's blocking you, to notice how you self-sabotage, and to really witness the stories that are in your way from taking that risk and stepping into your full expression of success, we have to take some time out. We're so busy as women, we're running from event to event. We're on the computer with our children, we're with friends, we're working, we're shopping, we're eating, we're watching television, and we're always in this outward focus. So to stop and really take some time to look within, to see what that conversation is running us, that is blocking us, that takes practice. So the 3 foundational tools that we teach in this course, coming from the Stanford University Master's Degree course in Mindfulness and Emotional Intelligence, is 1 is mindfulness, the 2nd is meditation, and the 3rd is reflective writing. By doing very specific tools and practices inside of these 3 modalities, we are able to go within. We are able to shut off the noise and really do that inner discovery to see, what are those unconscious beliefs? Are those my own beliefs? Is this true for me? And having that self-awareness also has us notice the mind. Often we are worrying about the future, regretting the past, and we're not in the present moment where peace lives. So by teaching you these 3 foundational tools in our coursework and giving you very specific practices in order to hone them in, you will be able to clearly see how you are in your own way, and so that you can step left and move into your passion, your purpose, your business, your life with so much more grace, peace, and success. So let's talk about the first practice. The first practice is mindfulness. And mindfulness means being in awareness of the moment that you're in, paying attention without judgment or attachment to what is occurring in front of you. How do we get there? Because usually we're not in the present moment. We're inside of our heads. Either we're worrying about something that's going to happen with our family or our finances, or we might have conversations. Do I even have what it takes to succeed as a female in business? We might also be in our minds with regret, regretting shoulda, coulda, woulda. I should have done this. I should have said that. I should have done this differently. Many times as women, we wake up in the middle of the night writing, producing, and directing this horror movie starring us. And we can't go back to sleep. And we need our rest. We need to be focused and clear in order to really show up as our best selves for our families, for our communities, and for our business. So using very practical mindfulness tools to get out of our head, out of the worry, out of the regret, and back into the present moment where peace lives is all about self-mastery. So there are many, many tools that we are going to be delivering to you over these courses. But one that we can do together today is very simple. It's called the 5 senses check-in. So scientifically, they've noticed and discovered, I'll say that again. So scientifically, they've discovered that you cannot focus on your obsessive thinking, thoughts of fear and anxiety and worry, thoughts of regret of the past, and also simultaneously focusing on your 5 senses, what you hear, taste, smell, touch, and feel. So let's go through this practice. We will begin with our eyes open, invoking the sense of sight. Begin to look around the room. Notice the colors, the objects, the textures, the furniture, and simply be here now. Next, close your eyes. Deeply breathe in, invoking the sense of smell. Next, still with your eyes closed, invoking the sense of sound. What are the sounds coming from inside this room? Now, what are the sounds coming from outside the room? Next, still with your eyes closed, invoking the sense of taste, gently running your tongue along your teeth and swallow. And finally, touch. Notice the way the air feels on your face, the way your shoes feel on your feet, and now notice your breath. How on the inhale it's cool, and the exhale is warm. And when you're ready, open your eyes. So what we just did was we tickled the vagus nerve. And the vagus nerve sets off the parasympathetic nervous system, which is rest and reflect, versus the sympathetic nervous system, which is fight or flight. The problem with us as female entrepreneurs, we are in a constant state of fight or flight, which is causing a stress response. Using mindfulness tools like the 5 senses check-in, it sets off this relaxation response so that we can be in the present moment, to think clearly about what we need to do for our families or for our businesses. So that if we wake up in the middle of the night, worrying about the future, causing fear and anxiety, turning on the regret, causing sadness, anger, depression, guilt, or shame, we have a tool to get back into the moment where peace lives. The next tool is meditation. Meditation is like taking your mind to the brain gym. All day long, our thoughts are obsessive. Again, worrying about the future, regretting the past. How do we get them back? Is by practicing. Simply by taking 10 minutes a day and breathing in, silently saying here, and breathing out, silently saying now. When a thought comes in, noticing it and coming back to the breath and back to the mantra. The final tool is reflective writing. I don't know how we as women make sense of these thoughts going round and round and round and round. The second you put pen to paper, what was cloudy becomes clear. We have so many creative ideas for our visions and our businesses. To have it all mucked up with stress and anxiety, with regret, we're doing ourselves and the world a disservice. So using reflective writing for self-awareness, to really look at what's going on in my mindset. Why don't I feel I have what it takes to succeed? What are those limiting stories and beliefs that maybe happened when I was younger that I don't even realize are running this unconscious dialogue inside of me? So we are going to provide you with a very powerful workbook that has different reflective writing tools for you really to get in and see what is the unconscious conversations that might be stopping you.